Dr. Tracie Risling from the University of Saskatchewan joins us here today on Primetime Local News, and we're chatting today about a new service for Saskatchewan residents when it comes to mental health support with SaskWell. So, Dr. Risling, give us an overview of this new service that's being offered.
Absolutely. So SaskWell is actually part of a research project that we started, really because it's funded by the Canadian Institutes of Health Research and here provincially by the Saskatchewan Health Research Foundation, really recognizing, several months ago, a need to think about the impact of the pandemic on mental health and wellness. And so SaskWell was the intervention that we thought would be really useful, and it was funded. And here we are.
What has the overall traffic been like so far? Have you gotten lots of people in those early stages signing up? And what has been the response been like so far?
Great. That's such a great question. So essentially how it's been working is we had a 10-week kind of cycle to begin, and we worked with a patient and community advisory group, and we signed up kind of upwards of 100 folks just to really give it a test run, right? So in that first 10 weeks, we worked out some bugs. We work with our partner MemoText, who makes all of the texting magic happen for us. And so we worked in the sign up and in the messages that get sent to folks. And now we're in this really exciting second 10-week stage where we're really encouraging people across the province to sign up and to really take advantage of this service.
Now, someone who wants to sign up, what are some of those text messages that they get? Like, what are some of the things that they say when you receive the daily text messages from SaskWell?
Okay, perfect. So let's walk through it a little bit. So you decide to sign up. Maybe you have your cell phone with you right now. If so, open up a new message for texting, and you just text 759355 and you text the word join. So that's your very first step. You can also sign up online or watch for our posters in the community that have a handy QR code, or you can even give us a call on our 1-800 number. But let's pretend you texted join to the number and you're ready to go. Now you're going to get an enrollment survey, which is going to give you some interesting information right away. It's going to, after you answer a few questions, tell you where you're kind of living right now on the languishing to flourishing scale, right? And then it's going to take a bit more information, like, do you have regular access to data? How's your data plan? And just kind of walk you through a few of the particulars. Then right away, you're ready to go in a 10-week cycle. One of the first things that'll happen is that you'll get a link to a digital health, mental health wellness resource, and you can try it out. And then we're going to check in with you. How do you like this resource? Is it work for you? No, right? And so you'll try that out, and we can continually send you different ones until you find one that really works for you. One of the favorite things, though, with our patient team is the wellness messaging. So then during the week, not so much, we don't want to irritate folks with the texting, but a few times a week, you're going to get a reminder, a tip about wellness. And we've had everything from the beauty of stargazing to getting outside to, deep breathing to grounding exercises to journaling. We have a real whole host. And then you'll start to get those messages as well.
With, of course, Saskatchewan lifting restrictions and life getting back to normal, are the expectations from your end that more people will hopefully benefit or sign up from this app at a time where, we're still in a pandemic and people's mental health is still playing a major role because of COVID?
Yeah, I really think we need to recognize that even though there's lots to celebrate about where we are on the pandemic journey, every chance I get to immunize someone, I feel like is a celebration for me and for folks, right? So as a nurse, I've been engaged in that. And so we know that, every day, every week brings us new tools to kind of manage the pandemic. And right now we're on that very, positive kind of post-pandemic trajectory. But we've been living this life for a long time. It still causes stress and anxiety to make a big change like this. And that's okay. And I think part of SaskWell, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And then we send other messages too, just to remind folks that even though there's a lot to be happy about where we're headed, it can still be stressful, and that's okay. And taking time for yourself and your wellness is still going to be a priority. And then in the final 10 weeks, which will hit, I think, right around that back to school through into our Saskatchewan winter, we'll really be thinking about changing up the messaging to support folks who are maybe going back to an office for the first time, or having to get that commuting routine back online when maybe you've been doing some work from home. So that's the great thing about the services. We'll change up those messages to support as the journey kind of changes for us.
I think that's really great how there's lots of reminders, different kinds of reminders, as you said, that as people start to get back to their normal, and, because we're so used to being locked inside for a long time, it's just going to be nice for people to get back adjusted to normal life. And lastly, I know you already touched on it, but just a reminder for the viewers, how can people sign up once again? And if they want more info, where can they go?
Absolutely. So you can find us. You can search SaskWell on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, or really easy way is just to text join. I'm going to make sure I get the number right. Text join to 759-355. You can sign up online, and we have a 1-800 number as well that you can call. Say, for example, if your data access isn't the greatest, or maybe you're up at the lake or somewhere on vacation and you still want to sign up, you can always give us a shout that way. And keep in mind, if you sign up for this cycle, this 10-week cycle, you can still carry on into our third cycle in the fall, because I think we're going to have some really great tips about our ongoing adjustment to post-pandemic life.
Well, Dr. Risling, I really appreciate your time. Just thank you so much for joining us. And I hope many people do take advantage of this wonderful service that's being presented to them. So thank you.
Thanks so much for giving us a chance to share the SaskWell news. Appreciate it.